hey, if your chair broke, don't throw it away. Sometimes things stop working and people freak out and they say, oh, this is broken, I gotta buy a new chair. You don't have to throw it away. For very little money, we can tell you how to fix your chair. Today, I'm gonna talk to you about, on this power reclining sofa, the 3 problems that you can have with this sofa and how to troubleshoot it, how to fix it, and where you can get the parts so that you can get it fixed. So let's start out with the first issue that we have in this chair, and that is the power supply. Number 1, we got to make sure that it has power. So come on in here and you can check out this power. You can see on this one right here, it's pretty simple little power supply. Plugs right into the wall, comes right out into a 2-prong connection right here. This right here, they connect them so that they don't come across, but you can see it's a female connection into the male connection of our sofa. But the number 1 thing you need to know first is, do I have power? This one shows that it has power, so we should be good. Obviously, this is a new connection that we've just connected, so this new power supply obviously is doing its job. If you don't have the light, it doesn't mean that it's not necessarily working. It just means you need to test it and make sure that you have power. However, the light's obviously the easiest way to know. We sell these power supplies on our site that have the light, so it makes it real easy. Let's go back out here and let's talk about now our button. The other thing that can go wrong is our button. This is a power headrest with a power recline functionality. That's why you have essentially the double control on each one, essentially 4 different buttons. But what you have here is the power headrest control and the power recline control. If for some reason, say your power recline is working, but you are not getting the whole thing to work, what'll happen is sometimes when you recline, I can come up, I should be able to go back. If you can recline and go, but you can't come back, usually that's a sign of maybe the motor's bad. And we'll talk about that in a second when we go under it. But if the buttons are working on both sides, probably the button's good. If it's not, some people say, well, how do I replace this button? This is just a simple little vanity plate. We remove the vanity plate, 2 screws. This whole button will pull out, and then we'll show you what this looks like on the bottom. But usually the easiest way to know that if it's your button is if everything on the control is not working or only partial of it works. Usually just replacing this button control will fix your whole problem. So if you know your power supply is good and your button control is good, you've replaced that and you've got that fixed, then the next issue could be your motor. And we'll flip this couch over so you can see what that looks like. Okay, so we've gone ahead and just flipped the couch right here on its face. You can see that now the sofa is obviously pointing down so we can see what's going on under here. What you can see now is, if you can look under here, this is where this button control came out, right? This button control, because it is a power headrest, power recliner, it has 2 different 5-pin connections. One's right here. They're labeled very simply for your convenience. This one right here says primary. You can see that it says primary on it. Now this is going to control the base motor. So if for some reason your headrest is still working, your power headrest motor, but your base is no longer working, or it's not going in or out all the way, sometimes this is just a worm drive motor. It's been stripped and it's no longer working properly, so it would have to be changed. So we can, like I said, we can fix the button control simple, 2 plugs here, or if we have to replace the motor, it's right here. You can see it's just a bolt connection here, bolts here, replace that motor. If for some reason your power headrest motor is not working, this is all Velcroed. You just simply pull it up. You can now see, if you come in here, that this is the secondary control. This is another 5-pin connection, same thing, real simple. But then this goes in and you have a motor right here that's just, again, 2 pins. You got a little cotter pin here, or not a cotter pin, but a regular pin here and another pin there. Pop those out and you can replace that motor real easy. So again, just to summarize, number 1, check your power supply. If your power supply is good, you'll be good. To now go to your next one, then you check your button. If your button's good, then you know that it's got to be one of your motors, fix one of the motors, and you're off to the races.